The realization really was that you felt a destiny to be a producer initially, not a DJ?
Not probably not. Probably it was. I didn't really think about being a producer at that stage. It was more just like I need to know more about this. I need to know how are they making this record come into the next record without a gap, without any noticeable change. Like, and that was just my career has been little steps and little leaps throughout the whole time of just discovering new things along the way, and before I knew it, I was actually producing my own records. It was hard to find out information here as well because obviously no internet, we all know that, but my only way to find out information on dance music was through like this radio station and magazines. So I was waiting every month for Future Music, Sound on Sound, Mix Mag, these kinds of publications to come out just to get like some little just bite of information just to help me along the way. Yeah, so that's how that all came along.
Tell us a bit about the process of making that Gimme Gimme cover. The vocalist you use, the methodology, your approach, the recording side of it. Let's deep dive into a little bit about that massive hit.
Sure. Yeah. Well, that started as an edit. As pretty much everything I do starts as an edit. It's just something that I like to try out to make my DJ set stand aside from everyone else's and make it a little bit more spicy. So a friend of mine had been to the Greek islands DJing, and he came back and I said, well, what's the big sound over there? What's everyone playing this year? And he said to me, believe it or not, like the people are playing ABBA records. I'm like, come on, like you're taking me up the river. Tell me what they're actually playing. He's like, no, like Gimme 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 was a big record. A couple of the other records people are playing. And this is before the Follow video, which I don't know. I'm sure you've seen the Follow Boiler Room video.
Yes,
where he plays
big moment.
Gimme Gimme. And I just had a little bit of a think about it, and I came across the Mighty Mouse edit that I knew people were playing, and had a listen, and it's great, but doesn't have any of the verses. And I love the verses from that song. I think they're so uplifting and fun. So I quickly got into the studio and just ran down a really simple edit arrangement, just some extra drums underneath. And I remember the very first moment I played it out, I was opening in a small club here in Melbourne in a suburb called St Kilda. There was almost no one there, but I was first on. I came in, and I'm like, I'm just going to try this out just to see how it sounds. I played it, and within like 10 seconds of that dropping, people were just running from nowhere. I'm like, where did all these people come from? And there's something happened? Like, is there an emergency in another room? But no, they were running to the dance floor because this song had, been virally through TikTok and Instagram, had just got into people's heads. And like, I guess I just came along at the right time with the right edit. And yeah, it just really started to take off. I handed that edited around to a few friends, and they were getting the same reactions. And then eventually gave it to another friend, Andy Van, who runs the label Vicious, with another friend of mine, John Corse, here in Melbourne. And they suggested we do a cover version of it. So yeah, I'm like, why not? Why not? Well, initially I was like, I don't know if I need an ABBA cover version in my catalogue, but they talked me into it. And I'm glad they did.
Bravo on a very spick and span, well-maintained and very tidy studio that you obviously have. This must feed your karma whilst you're working. You like everything to be in place, yeah.
Definitely. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll swing around here. As you can see, there's literally nothing in this room that does not serve a purpose. Mm-hmm. I don't know. When I come here and sit down, I don't want to be distracted. I want to open up Ableton and just get straight to work. And yeah, it's just something I developed over the years as well. Even my Ableton sessions are the same. Like, I have a template where everything is really well set up. All my tracks are already named, all my channels are already named, all the synths that I use are already preloaded onto MIDI tracks. My filters are all set up, and I have this Novation launch control. Every knob and slider that appears on my desk is routed into this. So I know every time I reach out over here, I know there's going to be a flanger. Every time I reach out over here, I know it's going to be a filter. I can dial some reverb in on the top. And that just puts me in a space when I sit down here, the familiarity and also, like, you know, the naming of the tracks. I find if I'm ever getting stuck, like, what does this track need? What else can I add? Well, I've got all the names already there. Conga loop, groove loop, closed hi-hat loop. All right, that I can have that. I can have that. I can have that. Add that. Bring one of those in, and it just, you know, all those little things adding up make for a much smoother, more productive process and a more fun process and a faster process. That's the other thing. I can work a lot faster than I used to.
And speaking of recuts and everything, one of the most impactful recuts I think that's happened in the past probably few months has been the Depeche Mode recut that you did. I mean, did it take you by surprise, the amount of DJs and top 5 DJs in the world are dropping this at EDM festivals? Did this surprise you, or did you think that this baby's going to rock?
Yeah, well, I've got some amazing videos, and they still come in every day on my Instagram. I get tagged in a lot of stuff, but I guess the most impressive one was when I saw Camel Fat closing Glastonbury with my Enjoy the Silence recut. It was like, whoa.
Wow. Beautiful.
Look, that's a song. Depeche Mode have always been a favorite band of mine, but here in Australia, I wouldn't say they're a mainstream band at all. They're still a little, like, kind of under the radar. As opposed to the US, when I was living in LA, like, Enjoy the Silence is an FM radio mainstay, and Depeche Mode are probably almost on the same level as U2 out there, as I know they are in the UK. And I always did want to do that record, but I think I maybe started it like 5-6 times and just got bogged down in. It's got a very punchy drum sound, and like to kind of duck that in under more modern drums, I was finding really difficult. But I finally did find a way. And that one's been really, really popular. And it's if you have to ask me one song, my all-time favorite song, I think, like, Enjoy the Silence, like, would probably be the one I would choose. So yeah, it's been great to see that get out there, and don't want to give too much away, but I believe we're putting it on our first Mastermix Sgt Slick volume, so that's really exciting.
I think that might be happening. I think it might be happening. So Andy, myself and the Mastermix team are super stoked that you've joined the platform, but what new vibes do you think this is going to bring to you as an artist and to your global audience?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm really happy to be on the platform as well. It's something I've kept an eye on over the last couple of years, that's for sure. Like, you've got some amazing iconic producers on the books now: Ben Liebrand, Dr. Packer, DJS, and many more. And I know, just watching my Facebook actually over the last couple of years, and I think I mentioned this to you, that a few of the times I've posted, people are like, "Can we get this on Mastermix? When is this going to be on Mastermix?" And that kind of got me thinking, well, maybe it should be on Mastermix. And then by chance, you messaged me, and here we are talking about it today. So no, I'm really excited to have a official and legal outlet for my recuts, you know, to now have a store where people can just go and get them in, lossless quality and in a collection is going to be a great thing for me. You're certainly going to cut down my work time as well, because I reckon I spend at least a day a week answering emails and sending links for these things. So it'd be great to have them all in one spot, and as I said, legally cleared. I love the way you guys do it, through the official channels. The artist gets paid, and the music is accessible 24 hours a day. You don't have to wait for me until I'm online or till my busy weekend's finished to get on the email. Yes, I'm really excited, and I can't wait to release Volume 1, and then let's see where we go from there.